Hello everyone, in this video we are going to talk about cloud computing. If you are completely new to this topic and you have no idea about cloud computing, then this video is for you. In this video we are going to go through the blog that I have written last year about cloud computing, that is cloud computing for noobs. We will understand what is cloud computing, the deployment models in cloud computing, service models in cloud computing, benefits of cloud computing in detail. So let's start from the beginning. For years, we have computers and resources, but the hardware is limited to the capacities of a company's system or their data centers. But now, everyone in the world can access the resources that they need from a web page. Isn't it crazy? I think this is a revolutionary technology which has already transformed the world in ways we cannot even imagine. This is the future. So, welcome to the world of cloud computing. By the end of this video, you will have good understanding of what cloud computing actually is. In order to understand it, we need to go to your childhood. Shall we? So imagine you have a toy box at home where you keep all your toys. But one day your toy box becomes too small to hold everything because it has limited space and carrying it around is tiring. Now imagine there's a giant toy box in the sky that you can use anytime. You don't have to keep all your toys at home anymore. You can borrow toys from the sky box, play with them, and then put them back when you are done. Plus, it never runs out of space because it's too large. That's kind of what cloud computing is. Instead of keeping everything on your own computer, you can store things like pictures, videos, and games in a giant computer in the sky, which is a metaphor for the cloud, and use them wherever you want. Okay, back to present. Let's define cloud computing officially. This is the beautiful definition from AWS in single sentence, which I find easy to understand. Cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. If we break it down, these are the key elements of cloud computing. On-demand delivery. The first term is on-demand delivery, which means AWS, which is a cloud provider who provides these resources, has all the resources that you need whenever you need it. Over the internet means you can access the resources using a secure web page. Pay as you go pricing means you only pay for what you use and for how long you use the resources. So these are the three key terms whenever you hear about cloud computing. The first one is on-demand delivery, next one is over the internet, and last one is pay as you go pricing. Now that you understood what these are, it is now easy to understand as we move further. So, cloud computing, as discussed, is the on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. For example, imagine you have an Amazon EC2 instance. Amazon EC2 instance is a compute service provided by AWS. You can look into it in detail. You can understand what exactly it is. And these are the popular cloud platforms: AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. If we have an Amazon EC2 instance, you will pay for this resource when you are using it and for the time you are using it. If this instance is stopped or deleted, we won't pay for this resource. That is pretty much about cloud computing. You now know what is cloud computing. Now let's move on and see the deployment models in cloud computing. There are three types of deployment models. Cloud-based deployment model, which we generally call public cloud, on-premises deployment model, which we generally call private cloud, and hybrid deployment model, which we call hybrid cloud. These are the three types of deployment models. Cloud-based deployment model is fully based in the cloud. We can migrate existing applications to the cloud or create new applications. For example, creating an application with virtual servers, databases, and networking components in the cloud. It is similar to public transport. We pay for service when we are using it and for the time we have used it. That is about cloud-based deployment model or public cloud. On-premises deployment model is having your own IT infrastructure like servers, storage, and networking. That is why it is called private cloud deployment model. Resources are deployed using virtualization and resource management tools. For example, application running on technology from your on-premises data center. It is similar to having your own car. You need to manage everything on your own. On-premises, by the name itself, we can understand that it is something which we do in-house. So it is private cloud. You need to manage everything on your own. The last one is hybrid cloud, which is a combination of cloud-based and on-premises deployment models. Cloud-based resources are connected to on-premises infrastructure. It is mainly used for connecting cloud-based resources with legacy IT applications, which are hard to move to the cloud because of the technology that they are using. Maybe it is not compatible with the cloud resources that are available, and it is similar to using a taxi where you rely on your own car mostly, that is on-premises infrastructure for regular predictable needs, but you call a taxi, which is cloud-based resources, when you need additional capacity or flexibility without the cost of buying and maintaining extra cars. I know there is too much to understand here, but in order to make it easy for you, I have written public is equal to bus, private is equal to car, and hybrid is equal to taxi. You now know the deployment models in cloud computing, and here is a visual to distinguish between the three: public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. Public cloud means creating application with virtual servers, databases, and networking components in the cloud, similar to using a bus. We pay for only when we use the bus. Private cloud means having your own IT infrastructure. You need to manage everything, like maintaining your own car. Hybrid cloud means combination of public and private cloud. Having your own car, but calling for taxi when you need help. Now, let's look at service models in cloud computing. There are a ton of services in Azure or AWS, and each service is based on a service model. Primarily, there are three types of service models. They are infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Let's understand the three types of service models. First one is infrastructure as a service, deploying, maintaining, and supporting our applications. Maximum amount of control for your cloud resources. We need to maintain everything like operating system installation, configuration and maintenance, network configuration, database and storage configuration. The cloud provider will provide you with basic resources, but deploying, maintaining and supporting applications and even operating system installation needs to be done by us. So we have maximum control over the cloud resources that we deploy and use. Next one is platform as a service. We don't have to manage the infrastructure. Cloud provider maintain the operating system, middleware, and development tools, and it provides a complete development environment. Software as a service means everything related to infrastructure and even the application is managed by the cloud provider or service provider. We just need to use the application as an end user. For example, using Gmail to send and receive emails, we don't have to worry about the servers and maintaining the Gmail application. Everything will be managed by Google, and we just need to use Gmail for our needs. That is software as a service. This is what we have discussed: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. The final part of this video is looking into the benefits of cloud computing. Cloud computing is revolutionizing business operations by offering a wide range of benefits. The first benefit is trade upfront expenses for variable costs. Whenever we want to deploy our resources, if we do not have cloud computing, then We need to invest on costly data centers and physical servers upfront. Now we only pay for resources we use, which optimizes our budget. Because we don't have to invest in data centers and physical servers, we can just use the resources from the cloud provider. Focus on innovation, not maintenance. Focus less on managing routine tasks like updates and backups for our software, and focus more on building unique applications and meeting customer needs. The third advantage is scale with ease. With cloud computing, we do not have to guess the capacity. The resources that we deploy will have the ability to scale up or down as needed. For example, Amazon EC2 lets you adjust server capacity dynamically based on demand. The fourth advantage of cloud computing is leveraging global reach. We can deploy applications globally in minutes with data centers worldwide from the cloud provider. The fifth benefit is massive cost savings. Cloud providers like AWS, Azure, and others achieve economies of scale. Similar to how retail chains offer lower prices due to high customer volume, boost speed and agility, we can provision resources in minutes, enabling faster testing and deployment, and move beyond the constraints of limited on-premises infrastructure. The last benefit is reliability and security. Built-in redundancy ensures high availability and reliability. Advanced governance and security measures protect your data and systems. Okay, guys, you now know what is cloud computing. Cloud computing has become an indispensable part of modern technology, offering flexible deployment models, versatile service options, and a range of benefits that cater to diverse needs. By understanding its key aspects, businesses and individuals can make informed decisions to leverage the power of cloud effectively. As the technology continues to evolve, embracing cloud computing will remain crucial for staying ahead in an increasingly digital world. I know that this video consists of a lot of technical terms. That is intentional because I want you to go through the terms which you are not familiar and do a Google search and understand what exactly it is. As a next step, you can start learning different services related to compute, storage, networking, and databases in Azure or AWS. Select any one among Azure or AWS and learn the most commonly used services, and learn other services once you are familiar with the most commonly used services. And this is the end of this video and beginning of your cloud computing journey. I wish you a happy learning and thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, keep learning.